back to TK Experience. It has been a long summer and we've got a lot of stories, news, and updates for you guys. So tune in and be ready. So Cress, let's just walk us through. How was your summer?
Well, again, like you said, welcome back everyone. It's a pleasure. We're very excited for it all. My summer was good. It was a learning curve, I would say, for the most part. There was a lot I learned. My growth was invaluable. I think it was a time period where I had to kind of grow and learn a lot more than I did before. But overall, it was good. I found out a lot about myself. I did a few fun things. And most importantly, as we always discuss how fast time moves, I try to enjoy time and stuff like that. But what about yours, Tom?
Yeah, the summer just completely flew by.
Yeah.
So I had a couple different things I was doing over the summer. I played a lot of golf. I probably played 30 rounds or so. Did a lot of different golf trips with some family members, some friends. So I went all across, eastern Pennsylvania and went to New Jersey. So that was a lot of fun. But my main focus was my internship at Quadrant Private Wealth.
Yeah, tell us about that. What was that like?
I was there for 10 weeks. It's a smaller firm, so there's 60 employees. So I really got a whole sense of the business. I sat in on a bunch of meetings with the president and higher ups in the company.
Yeah.
And man, the information was just invaluable. I learned so many different life lessons and just business lessons because it was my first time in a real professional work environment.
Yeah.
So nothing but good things there, and I ended up getting a full-time job offer after that.
Awesome.
So it was a complete success for the summer, and I think I'm 100% going to be taking that once I graduate.
Yeah.
But one of the highlights too was on the last week, since I caddy at Saucon Valley Country Club for almost a decade, 9 years now, I got to play with some of the guys that I caddy for. So that was a lot of fun, and I actually beat them all. So I kind of showed them, my golf game. So that was a lot of fun. And on the weekends, I was caddying still, so I was making some extra cash on the side too. And my one trip for vacation was the Outer Banks in North Carolina. So I go there every year with my family on my mom's side, and we've been doing it for probably 7 years or so consistently now. So it was great to just connect with all my family and see them all. So overall, my summer was just great. I mean, time just flew. I tried to make the most out of it. I did a lot of different things, met so many different, friends I haven't talked to in a couple of years. So overall, I have no regrets in my summer, and I enjoyed every single moment of it, and I tried to just stay in the present.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I mean, bro, having a full-time job, a good opportunity in the place you want to be, the things you like to do, that's great. Not the majority of people have that, so that's a blessing. And just the family vacations, I'm sure it gets better each time, like how you discuss how fast everything goes. We're back here ready. First TK Experience episode of the fall semester coming up. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really happy for you, bro, because I see how hard you work, and I understand the things you've put in place, and it's good to see that you're starting to reap a lot of your rewards. And to touch into that too in transition as well, I had an internship as well too. I was with Forefront. They're a data science and digital marketing company. It was great. The team was great, and it was around the same amount of people, about 20. It was a small team, but a very small, competent team. It was awesome. Everyone was great. I learned a lot about search engine optimization, data science, and just very different things when it comes to digital marketing and keyword research. It was just a lot of things where, the interesting thing is, Tom, I'm more of the marketing aspect, right? But my main thing was SEO, and I didn't know much about it at the time, but they took me through it. We learned a lot, and I have nothing but good things to say about them. And then on top of that, I had another internship at the Baptist Church of Westchester, which is right up the street. It's next to 7-Eleven. And of course, I invite all you guys to go, of course, if you feel like it. But that was awesome too. I'm the social media manager, I'm the media intern. So I take pictures, I control the AV, I help with the live stream systems, and I also market their social media to some extent. But I've learned a lot, and it seems as if all the stuff we have done so far certainly brings us and kind of combines all the things we kind of need to know for the things we want to do in the future as well. But like you said, nothing but good, and we try to enjoy the time each time, because time goes by so quick and you never know the last time you may be doing something at that specific place. So it's just a blessing to have that. And to transition here, Tom, just for a second. So as we talked about summer in terms of we had the internship, we went out, we did a bunch of different things, but let's talk about the other aspect of summer, with Dub C Media, because this is something we're going to introduce. We kind of peaked a little bit back in the last semester, but how did you sort of integrate Dub C Media within some of your summer trials and the things and the times you had?
So as you said, we hinted at it a little bit on our last podcast going into the summer. So we did a lot of weekly meetings. We almost had one pretty much every week, at least at a night, and for an hour to two, just to catch up and work on a few things. So Dub C Media, to give some background, it's basically a social media marketing company. Cress has really been learning how to build websites for companies, and we can really just manage and grow your online presence as a whole company, because it's so important to have. And we've had a lot of success with Westchester Soccer Media and different various adventures with our Project 50. So we've been really kind of building the foundation for it, and we've been working a lot behind the scenes with no real results yet, but we actually have been in touch with our first client, and hopefully we can seal the deal up on Tuesday, so in 2 days. So we've been doing a lot of different things, working very hard, and I think we're going to have a lot of success with Dub C Media, and we encourage everyone to follow that page on Instagram. It's going to be tagged in this video in the description, and we're just going to try to connect with a lot of different companies and just build genuine relationships. For example, we did a video for The Edge where we live at, and we did a move-in day. We interviewed some people, to see if they're first time living or if they're returning for a second or third year like us, and we asked them what they're most excited for the semester, and different kind of questions like that, just to build some more relationships and to also showcase the Edge facilities and stuff like that. So I think we're going to have a lot of success with that, and we encourage you. Please follow us. Please contact if you're interested in helping. And so, did I miss anything at all with that?
No, you hit it all on the mark, Tom. And I'll just add a bit more as well too. We certainly had meetings each week, and that was really beneficial because while we were busy doing other things, whether that's internships, personal life, family, we made sure we had our priorities straight and we knew what we wanted long term. So that was really important. And even the stuff that we did in the summer, a bit more like you touched upon what I did, I really tried to build the other side of the foundation. Tom's working on that foundation. I'm working on this foundation here. And I started working on a lot of websites. I started doing a lot of Canva designs, a lot of business cards, all these different types of things to enhance and make your business, like you said, look better and be better. And we start to see that it's going to benefit us, and we're getting the fruits of our labor now because we put in that work. We didn't see some results, but we were patient, we had faith, and then they started to come and started to pile a lot. So you missed nothing at all. And with Dub C Media, yes, please, we would love a follow, because when it comes to the community of Westchester, we've always tried to improve, we've always tried to help, and that's a big part of TK Experience, right? So it means a lot for you guys to just show us that you appreciate, the stuff we do, and we're certainly doing it for other people, of course. We're trying to be of service. Of course, it has the personal benefits. We're learning stuff, we're getting experience, of course, right? But it's a mutual thing, and it's been great. It's been awesome with Dub C Media. So you have missed nothing at all, Tom. But yeah, I'll surely let you transition because I'm just excited, man. I'm really excited for it all.
So today is actually our 6th day of 75 Hard. We haven't posted anything yet, but we're going to be posting within the next day or two. And 75 Hard is all about, basically it's Project 50 on steroids.
Yeah.
So we set goals and we do it every single day, and we can do a more in-depth video on 75 Hard sometime. But so that's what I'm really excited to just continue growing and learning every day. Over the summer, I actually read this book called The 12-Week Year. So it's in 12 weeks, can you do more than most people do in a year? It's all about setting goals, being disciplined, and just really being on top of everything. So I read that, and we have actually completed the first week today. So 1 week out of 12. So there's a lot of different things we've been planning, and we've just been grinding every single day. We're still doing Westchester Soccer Media, we're still managing it, and we're trying to have our teammates help a little bit more because we're focusing on other aspects of Dub C Media, and that takes more time. Sure. And we'll be doing a lot of stuff still on social media, and we just have a lot of different projects going on, and we're just trying our best and just trying to become 1% better every day.
Yeah, and with that being said, as we start to transition from the summer, we're going into the aspects of the fall. We have classes coming up the week after this one. Speaking of class, what is your class schedule like, and what do you like about it? How do you think it can benefit you in different aspects of this semester coming up?
So we're gonna be seniors. We only got 1 year left, which is crazy to think about.
Time flies.
So I'm towards my end classes, you know, some capstone finance classes and stuff like that. I'm accounting economics minor as well, so I've got a couple other ones I gotta sneak in there. So my schedule, I'm pretty booked Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but those are only 50-minute classes, so I've got 3 classes, and some of them are earlier. I've got 8 to 8:50, 9 to 9:50, and 1 to 1:50. So I got a little break in between, and then I got soccer. I got soccer, you know, every day from like 2 to 4 or so. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't have any class.
Yeah.
So I have that entire morning window until I have soccer to just work on various different projects, Dub C Media, maybe go out and shoot some content, work hard. And I think it's just really gonna help me because I'm always pretty on top of my classes. And I think just this schedule, having 2 online classes as well, it just is perfect for me for this semester to really focus in on all these different projects.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. Our schedules certainly align with each other, and that's one of the things we've always done well together, right? We start to create a reality, create a circle, and we start to understand we have to try to do the small things and put them in place to have that big outcome, right? And speaking of class schedule, I have a few online classes too. In fact, most of them are. I have about 5 online classes. I have 1 in person. And we discussed this last semester. We understood that based on our current situations and based on the positions we're in, one of us have to adjust a certain way, divide our schedule a bit, because when you're doing X thing, I could be doing Y, and then we kind of complement each other with that being said. So yeah, when that happens, right, I have all these online classes, and I did that purposely because of what we discussed, to focus on the business, to improve ourselves, to get to the next level in the certain things we want to do. And it's a night class that I have in person on a Wednesday night. That's not bad. I don't mind that at all. But as you mentioned, just the 12-week school coming up, I'm certainly excited of just the things we can do, how we will network, and just the people we can start to be around that share the same interest. And speaking of, in terms of the classes, I have a few minors. One is digital marketing, professional technical writing, human resource, and business law. And it's been a blessing to have those, because as we start to build the business and we're doing everything together, just us at this moment, it goes to show that the competence we build in other areas will certainly help us to divide and conquer. So that's been awesome in itself. And as we talk about class, we have class going on, we have this going on, and we have that going on. What would you say are your goals this semester, but also throughout the rest of the year?
That's a good question, and I think it's important for everyone to have goals, especially for a semester and year-wise. Some of my goals for this semester is just enjoy every single moment of soccer, because I've only got 1 year left playing, 1 semester left actually. Once it hits Thanksgiving, I'm done forever. So I'm just gonna try to enjoy every single moment of that, whether that be, you know, running, you know, this, that. I'm just gonna try to stay in the present and just enjoy the moment, because I feel like for me, I always try to think ahead, you know, think what I'm doing later, this, that, and sometimes I kind of just forget. Just slow down, enjoy the moment, and that's what it's all about, is just enjoy every single second, enjoy every single day, because as we know, time just goes by so quick. So that's one of my goals. Another is just, you know, finish out my senior year strong with academics, which shouldn't be an issue as long as I handle my business. And I really want to make Dub C Media a legit company, you know, close to that $10,000 a month revenue. So that's where I'm going to be putting most of my focus in. And obviously I still run Westchester Soccer Media, so I'm still going to do some videos here and there. I'm going to try to outsource most of that work towards the team, since I am going to be done in the fall. I want people to kind of take over, and I can be more the brain work kind of. And another thing is, for Westchester Athletics, we did have a meeting with them in the spring. Didn't really go how we wanted it to. We gave them a lot of valuable information. They've taken the information, but haven't really contacted us. But our one friend, John Ferreira, he's going to be running the Westchester Athletics account.
That's awesome.
And he's going to be doing all the videography. So I'm going to be working closely with him, kind of helping him just oversee everything and just kind of strategize. So I won't be doing as much manual and labor work, which is going to be great, but I can just kind of think and strategize overall big picture. So those are a couple of my goals. How about you, Chris?
And before I even explain my goals, that's what I realized, and that's what it seems as if the 1%, the really competent people do, right? It gets to a point where they're not doing all that hard labor work anymore, but they're strategizing, they're conceptualizing ideas to figure out how can they advance and elevate. So that's great thinking, and it's certainly something we should continue to do and advance. As far as my goals, my goal is to become the best version of myself. And that could mean many things, but that's the beautiful thing about it. How can I improve and be competent in all realms of possibilities, right? Other goals, of course, I want to finish academics. I had a 3.66 GPA last semester. That's very good. I'm proud of that, but I want to get even more. I want to improve that and be even better. So that's certainly a thing I want to do. I want to take Dubsy Media to the moon as well too, absolutely. We want to make this a well-known, in fact, let me correct myself. This will be a well-known company, media, everything, all of the above, within the Westchester community and out. We just need to, like you said, outsource. We need a team, and we need to start putting certain things in place. But I think once we continue to build what we need to do, network, and we do have a couple potentials who's going to be on our team, right? People will start to see what it's like, and then they'll start to join. And just like anything, no one really joins or believes in you at the start, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of see you when you're big and all those different types of things. But it's fine. It's a natural human instinct, and to some extent, I suppose. At the same time, it could be perceived other ways. But we certainly are doing the work. We certainly are trying to do things. We certainly go on the computer. We work every day. We have our meetings. We have our task logs. And we are just learning what it is to start to run a small business, so to speak, eventually escalate and elevate it to be bigger and bigger. But we're learning a lot of valuable information, and that's what I'm proud of the most. We're not scared of the challenge. We are going head on. We are confronting the dragon. We're not waiting for it to come and confront us, right? So that's something that I like about us. We're very courageous, we're brave, and it's something that's missing nowadays. And you need to, guys, you need to take risks. I was speaking to a friend of mine recently. He was asking me a few questions. He said, hey, I'm thinking about starting this business because I saw what you have been doing with Thomas, and it motivated me to do it. And I was like, well, to be honest, bro, we are young, and that is the best time to take a risk. There's no point looking back at your life a decade from now saying you shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? You might as well try it now. You might as well take the risk. People may laugh at you. People may talk behind your back. But think about it. The people that's actually trying and being successful, they do not have time to put negative energy into the universe. Why would someone who's trying be talking bad about someone else? In fact, they'll be trying to support you. You know, we have the likes of John Ferrer, great guy, competent guy in what he does. We like him, he's cool, and we support each other, right? And that's the thing we need. We need a community aspect. There's no point of everyone trying to be the person or the top person when everyone can just be a gel together. Team will always be the lone wolf, always at the time. With that being said, as we start to transition to the next topic, we discuss our goals. And still touching on Dubsy Media, what are some business updates? What have we done recently to enhance Dubsy Media? How have we networked? And what are some things we will continue to do in different avenues within Dubsy Media to expand?
So we've been reaching out to a lot of our connections and people just for advice, you know, different aspects of Dubsy Media. There's a bunch of different parts to a moving company. So an update is our real first client.
Yeah.
And that's what we just need to lock in and make sure we get it. And we're in the process of that. We have our follow-up meeting with her very shortly. And we're just trying to work with local businesses in Westchester right now who lack a social media presence, because that every company should have one, and everyone knows how important it is. Everyone's on their phones looking at TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. So we're just really trying to build it into almost like an empire, kind of.
Absolutely.
And how we've been doing it so far is we've started with Project 50. We started working with our Westchester soccer media team. We have a podcast. We do this. We have vlogs. We're doing 75 Hard now.
Yeah.
So we've been building up a resume of different projects and stuff, and it's only going to continue. It's almost like a snowball effect. We've been pushing it. We started rolling it. We started seeing some progress, and then once we hit the downhill spiral, once we actually start making money, then we can actually make it basically a serious job / side hustle.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of work with it. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So
absolutely.
We've been working pretty much every single day consistently on at least an hour or two trying to build it up. And the one thing that we just have been trying to do is just build genuine connections and relationships with people around the Westchester area.
Mm.
It's a small world. So many times over the summer, I realized that whether that be, oh, this guy works here, wherever, our world is very, intermingled, and
True.
it's crazy to see. So we've got a lot of different ideas. It just comes down to, okay, how can we execute? How can we get our first client and just continue to provide value for them and to grow their business and ultimately grow our business?
Yeah, absolutely. And to touch upon a few things, speaking of just everything in terms of clients, how we got there, I want you guys to understand this. We did not start this knowing all these things. We had to learn. We had to have a few failures and a few checkups, right? So you can't be scared of failing. You have to try. You can't let your fear stop you from what you are doing, right? Because when we talk about Dub-C Media, it was a long process to some extent, and we're getting there. Like you said, the snowball effect is coming, and the success is surely coming. It's there. We can see it. We just have to go and take what's ours, right? But we have to earn it, of course. We have to earn it, absolutely. So, with all that being said, when we started this, we understood that we have to communicate with people. And since COVID happened, I've noticed the lack and the drop of communication and just natural social interaction between people overall as a whole. And it's something that harms, even within our Westchester community, it's something that is detrimental to some extent. And I want you guys to understand something. You don't need to be afraid to say hi to the person you're walking by. Good morning, good afternoon. These things are normal. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of trying to make a new friend. Because like you said, some of these things, especially college, it is a one-time thing. You can't graduate, have your degree, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and be a freshman again. That is not how it works, right? That's not how the world works. We can't just get things and pick things when we want to. So absolutely, Tom, everything you said, I certainly agree with. And as we continue to grow, speaking of Dub-C Media, we're doing a lot of different things. We're gonna do a lot of on-campus things. We're gonna network and meet with a lot of people. And we just really wanna build a sense of community, but also, like you said, build genuine relationships. And one last thing before we transition, the relationships are very important, because as we start to create a circle, we really realize how much we cannot be around certain people. And even if we love them, it's just that if I want to go left and you are going right, I can, you can be my dog all you want, but if I go right, then I'm going to from my purpose and my direction, and vice versa. So we have to understand that we must be professionals at the same time, and we can try to, of course, help and take someone with us, but if they can't go, then they cannot go, you know what I mean? So as we start to create a circle, we want to be around like-minded people, people who wants to have a purpose, do something in life, and really extend and advance to that next level, because a lot of people may not be thinking about graduation until it creeps up on them, right? Mm-hmm. We're fortunate to at least have the conscience to start to process that and put things in place. We try to give the advice, not because we know everything, but because we're not scared to try, and when we do try, learn, and fail, we share it, It's very important. You guys will certainly start to appreciate that as time goes by, because I'll tell you one thing, lies are always celebrated at first, but the truth will always win. It just takes some time for it to go. With that being said, Tom, as we transition to our next one here, we talked about goals, okay? What if someone is saying, all right, I like what you guys are doing, I want to be part of the team, or I want to talk to you guys. How does one connect with us? What can we do to invite certain people who want to start to progress, who wants to be the fool of the precursor to the savior, so to speak? And that means simply not knowing certain things, but you're willing to try, and then you're going to know and know and know. So how can someone connect with us, Tom?
So we've always been saying, please reach out to us. Our Instagrams will be linked in the description with our link trees, and we're open to talk. We would meet with you on campus to talk about different things. And one of a smaller project that we're working on is like a little mentorship program, whether that just be weekly check-ins with someone and just talking about their goals and stuff. So just please reach out to us. We don't bite. We want to build genuine relationships. So if you have been secretly watching on the sidelines and haven't been commenting or liking or whatever, please reach out to us on Instagram and we will respond, and we would love to talk to anyone. So yeah, definitely reach out to us, please.
And speaking of that, I know a lot of people watch a lot of these things, but you may not like or comment, and that's how it goes. It's a part of the social media aspect. But to some extent, that must transition to your life. You have to start thinking, okay, I have these friends, I have this circle, I do this. Are you elevating? Are you evolving? Is it getting you where you want to be? How many people in this world are trying to be of assistance and generally help out while they're on their own personal hero's journey? It's rare, you know, because when someone finds the key, the gold, they don't typically share that. There's a reason why there's a 1%, among many other things, which is discipline is a big part of it, but it's certainly true. And yeah, we would love to talk to you guys. We're active on campus. When you see us, please say what's up. Don't be afraid. You know, we're very sociable, and we just understand what certain things are like, and we just want to bring a different elegance, a different vibe towards Westchester. And we just want to say that we appreciate everyone. We thank you guys for supporting us, and it's always been a pleasure. We look forward to sharing so much valuable information. And of course, we look forward to building our competence, Tom. So with that being said, I'll give you the last remarks to finish up.
Well, you know, you got a little inside look at what we did over the summer, what we're doing currently, and what our future has a hold for us. We've been pretty public, especially on social media, ever since Project 50 and updating with everyone. And the biggest thing is just try new things. You never know if you like something unless you try it. And you know, there's just, time is just so limited. Please just enjoy every single day. Don't have a bad attitude. Always be positive, because at the end of the day, the only thing you can really control is your mindset. So build some discipline, wake up early, and just try to be the better version of yourself. People pretty much know what you have to do to become the best version of yourself. So do it. The time to start is now. I've heard so many of my friends say, oh, I'll do it next week, or I'll do it tomorrow. So please just learn from us that the best time to start is now. We weren't really ready for 75 hard, but we just said we're going to start on Monday. Bam! That's how we even started with Project 50. So please, if you guys see us on campus, say hello. Reach out to us on Instagram, and we're going to be here for the entire semester and year. We're going to be sharing a lot of valuable information. We'll be keeping you guys updated on our journey. And as always, we're just trying to become the best version of ourselves and just continue to improve every single day.
Yeah, guys, thank you again. This is TK Experience. We're very excited. We're humbled. We're blessed to have this podcast and to continue to share, because it's a blessing we can do that and that people listen. So we thank you guys for everything, and we're looking forward to the next episode. And Tom, let's keep it going, bro. Let's do it.